2D Mario games have been in the gutter lately. The new Super Mario games just feel played out. The last original 2D Mario game was in 1990 with Super Mario World, but why do I say this? I'm only talking about mainline 2D Mario games today. The last mainline games were New Super Mario Bros. In 2006 on the DS, New Super Mario Bros. Wii in 2009 on the Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2 in 2012 for the 3DS, and lastly, New Super Mario Bros. U in 2012 for the Wii U. All were a part of the New Super series. Looking into the first game on DS, this game was the first mainline new Mario game in 16 years. There was a lot of people who were hyped up to play this game. It was so long since the last 2D Mario game, and it was on a super popular system of DS, so it sold amazingly well. The game was perfect in level design and new power-ups, which is pretty standard for these 4 games. Since this was the newest 2D Mario game in almost 20 years, they wanted to keep it simple, and make it feel like a classic, simple, modern Mario game, so that older people who knew of Mario who played it in their childhood would want to play this, to bring back old memories and see what Mario was up to. Nothing very unique, but it's a very high quality game. The level design, art style, and music, all of it hits the spot. I love this game, and it was a big step up from Super Mario World. But since the DS game was one of the highest selling games of all time, they decided to make another game that looked similar, and played similar too, since it was less work and less time, and they knew it would still sell insanely well. I'm talking about Super Mario Bros. Wii. It plays exactly like the DS game, but you can also play multiplayer now, which is the only new big feature compared to DS, except a couple new power-ups. But this game is on a home console compared to an older handheld, so it's expected to have new features. The graphics look a bit better since it was a higher resolution, and now on a home console, so there's higher models. But besides that, there's not much else to say. I like the final boss battle a lot in this game, but that's about it. But they didn't stop there. In 2012, they released 2 new Super Mario games, one for the DS and one for the Wii U. The 3DS and Wii U games are the same games as the DS and Wii, but just a new coat of paint and new power-ups and such. The 3DS game's big feature is there's a lot of coins to collect and a power-up that changes blocks to coins. The Wii U doesn't have a new big mainline feature. There's a new challenge mode, Baby Yoshi's, and the world map is interconnected. So the world is just one big map, and everything connects to each other instead of picking a world to travel to. I think you see now that the games don't have much different about them, since Nintendo knows that the games will still sell insanely well, even if they don't innovate or put more effort in them. Now the problem with these 4 games isn't that they're bad games or something like that. These games all are very fun and made pretty well too. But they are for the most part the same game 4 times in a row. They all basically look the same, especially the Wii and Wii U game. There just isn't enough to separate them. If you think I'm being too harsh, well, let's think about this. There's 4 games in the biggest video game franchise of all time, and they play exactly the same. When other 2D platforming games like Donkey Kong Country and Celeste, which are way smaller series, have new ideas every game and level. Older Mario games like Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World were so different and unique from each other. I wish the new games got the same treatment and love. The last mainline 2D Mario game is over a decade old now, but they re-released New Super Mario Bros. U 4 years ago, and have been releasing Mario Maker games now instead. In Mario Maker, you can make your own levels and play other people's levels too, so there's less of a reason to buy a new 2D Mario game instead of Mario Maker. But that's not true at all. I know for a fact people will still buy 2D Mario games if they're re-released now. The re-release of New Super Mario Bros. U sold almost twice as much as Mario Maker 2, so not making a new mainline 2D Mario game feels like a big waste, when they will definitely sell way more than the Mario Maker series will. Maybe they will change in the future and make new 2D Mario games with more effort, but I hope you liked this video and good night.